Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something I'm super passionate about, and something that, if embraced, can absolutely transform your academic life, your career prospects, and honestly, your entire approach to learning. We're talking about becoming a nerdy student. Now, hold on. Before you click away, thinking this isn't for you, let's redefine nerdy. We're not talking about some stereotypical image from movies. We're talking about someone who's genuinely curious, who finds joy in understanding, who sees learning not as a chore, but as an adventure. Someone who isn't afraid to dive deep, ask questions, and yes, maybe even spend a Friday night with a textbook, and actually enjoy it. Because let's be real, in today's world, the nerds are often the ones who are innovating, leading, and making real impact. And you? You have that potential too. So, if you're ready to unlock that potential, to not just pass your classes but truly excel, to build a foundation for lifelong learning, then stick around. This is your time to become a nerdy student. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how. Understanding the why, beyond just grades. First things first, let's talk about the why. Why should you even bother becoming a nerdy student? Is it just for good grades? Absolutely not. While good grades are a fantastic byproduct, the real value goes much deeper. Becoming a nerdy student means you're developing a growth mindset. You understand that your intelligence isn't fixed, it can grow and evolve with effort. It means you're building critical thinking skills that will serve you in every aspect of life, not just in the classroom. You're learning to analyze information, to discern fact from fiction, to form your own informed opinions. These are superpowers in a world saturated with information. It also means you're cultivating discipline and perseverance. Let's be honest, some topics are tough. Some concepts are complex. But a nerdy student doesn't shy away from that challenge. They lean into it, seeing it as an opportunity to push their boundaries and strengthen their mental muscles. This resilience will be invaluable when you face obstacles in your career or personal life. And let's not forget about true understanding. When you're genuinely engaged with your studies, you're not just memorizing facts for a test. You're building a comprehensive mental model of how things work. This deep understanding makes information stick, allows you to connect disparate ideas, and fuels genuine innovation. Think about it, the people who truly advance fields aren't the ones who just passed a test, they're the ones who obsessed over the material, who saw gaps, and who pushed the boundaries of knowledge. That could be you. The mindset shift, embracing curiosity and challenge. Now, how do we actually become this nerdy student? It starts with a fundamental mindset shift. The first step is to embrace curiosity. You know that natural curiosity you had as a kid, where every why led to another why. We often lose that as we get older, especially when learning becomes formalized. It's time to reclaim it. When you encounter a new topic, don't just ask, "What do I need to know for the test?" Ask, "How does this work? Why is it important? What are the implications?" Follow those rabbit holes. Use the internet, watch documentaries, read articles outside of your assigned readings. The more you explore, the more connections you'll make, and the more interesting the subject will become. Next, you need to reframe challenges as opportunities. When a topic seems difficult, don't see it as a roadblock. See it as a puzzle waiting to be solved, a mountain waiting to be climbed. Approach it with an attitude of, "I don't understand this yet, but I will." This positive self-talk is incredibly powerful. Instead of saying, "I'm bad at math," say, "I'm working on improving my math skills." The subtle shift in language can completely change your approach and your results. And perhaps most importantly, let go of the fear of making mistakes. Learning is messy. You will get things wrong. You will misunderstand concepts. That's not a sign of failure, it's a vital part of the learning process. Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and try again. The nerdy student doesn't fear failure, they learn from it and grow stronger. Practical strategies: how to study like a nerd. Alright, mindset established. Now let's get into the practical, actionable strategies you can implement right away to transform your study habits and become that nerdy student. 1. Active learning is your best friend. Forget passive reading or just listening to lectures. That's a great starting point, but it won't lead to deep understanding. You need to be active in your learning. Summarize in your own words. After reading a paragraph or a section, close the book and try to explain it out loud or write it down without looking. If you can't, you don't truly understand it yet. Ask questions constantly. As you're learning, formulate questions. What's the main idea? How does this relate to what I already know? What are the implications? If you can't answer them, dig deeper. Teach someone else. This is, hands down, one of the most effective ways to solidify your understanding. When you have to explain a concept to someone else, you uncover gaps in your own knowledge. Find a study buddy, or even explain it to an imaginary audience. 2. Master note-taking and rethinking. Your notes aren't just a record, they're a tool for understanding. Don't just copy. Instead of transcribing lectures word for word, listen for the main ideas and summarize them in your own concise language. Use bullet points, diagrams, and shorthand. Use the Cornell method or mind maps. These structured note-taking methods encourage active recall and connections. Look them up if you're not familiar. Review and expand. Your notes shouldn't just sit there. Within 24 hours, review them. Add details, clarify points, and make connections to other material. This is where real learning happens. 3. Embrace spaced repetition. Our brains are wired to forget. To combat this, we use spaced repetition. This means reviewing material at increasing intervals over time. Flashcards are your friend. Use physical flashcards or digital apps like Anki or Quizlet. Test yourself regularly, moving cards you know well to longer intervals and revisiting challenging ones more frequently. Schedule review sessions. Don't just cram before a test. Set aside short, regular review sessions throughout the week for each subject. Consistency is key here. 4. Dive deep with supplementary materials. A nerdy student doesn't stop at the required textbook. Watch YouTube tutorials. There are incredible educators explaining complex topics visually. Read related articles and books. If something sparks your interest, go beyond the curriculum. Find other sources that explore it in more detail. This deepens your understanding and makes learning more enjoyable. Listen to podcasts. Many academic fields have excellent podcasts that provide insights and discussions from experts. 5. Practice, 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 and get feedback. Learning is like building a muscle. You need to exercise it. Work through problems. Don't just read solutions. Try to solve problems yourself first. If you get stuck, that's where the learning truly begins. Seek feedback. Don't be afraid to ask your professors, TAs, or classmates for clarification or to review your work. Constructive criticism is a gift that helps you improve. Beyond the books, the nerdy student lifestyle. Becoming a nerdy student isn't just about what you do at your desk, it's a lifestyle. 1. Create a conducive study environment. Minimize distractions. Find a quiet place where you can focus. Organize your study materials. A tidy space often leads to a tidy mind. 2. Prioritize sleep and self-care. You can't learn effectively if you're exhausted. Treat sleep as a non-negotiable. Eat well, exercise, and take breaks. A fresh, well-rested brain is your best asset. 3. Join or form a study group. Collaborative learning can be incredibly powerful. Discussing ideas with others, explaining concepts, and working through problems together solidifies understanding and introduces new perspectives. Just make sure your study group is focused and productive, not just a social hour. 4. Connect with your professors. Your professors are experts in their fields and are usually passionate about their subjects. Go to office hours. Ask questions, discuss concepts, and seek their advice. This not only deepens your learning but can also open doors to research opportunities or mentorship. 5. Stay organized and plan ahead. Use a planner, a digital calendar, or a task management app. Break down large assignments into smaller, manageable steps. Procrastination is the enemy of deep learning. When you plan ahead, you reduce stress and give yourself the time to truly engage with the material. The long-term payoff, why this matters. This isn't just about getting good grades now. This is about building the foundation for a successful and fulfilling life. The skills you develop as a nerdy student, curiosity, critical thinking, problem-solving, resilience, self-discipline, these are the skills that are in high demand in every industry. These are the skills that allow you to adapt to new challenges, to innovate, and to truly make a difference. Think about it, the world is changing at an incredible pace. What you learn today might be outdated tomorrow. But if you've cultivated the ability to learn how to learn, to constantly seek knowledge and adapt, you'll always be ahead of the curve. You'll become a lifelong learner, someone who thrives on new information and new challenges. So, are you ready? Are you ready to embrace your inner nerd? To see learning as an adventure, not a chore? To push your boundaries and unlock your true potential? I genuinely believe you can. It takes effort, it takes consistency, but the rewards are immeasurable. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more tips on academic success and personal growth. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one step you're going to take this week to become a more nerdy student? Let's build a community of curious, driven learners. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.